All right, y'all. What is up? What's good? Welcome into this channel right here. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. I'm not even going to front with y'all. This is one of those videos that I thought about making before, but I had to literally just press record and just get the bitch out of my blood and go ahead and start doing it. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know what I'm going to name this channel. Hopefully it's a good name by the time you click on it, but we have some conversations that need to be had. And I wanted to use this channel for commentary purposes. The main reason because recently my reaction channel just got hit with a copyright strike. In my opinion, that was on some bullshit because I did everything in my power that, or at least that I was led to believe would be enough to combat that. But you know, these copyright claims, they stack up on you, and I'm trying to, you know, get content out there and push myself out there as much as possible. But let's be real. Let me be candid. That content on my reaction channel ain't the most creative. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't really setting me apart. There's a whole like billions and billions of different YouTubers that's doing the exact same thing where they're watching stuff too. So the big thing about me with my reaction channel, in my opinion, I feel as though I set myself apart with, you know, my personality and my reactions to this, that, and the third. But I want to come over here and make this commentary channel just because I feel like this is, you know, I ain't finna get you the most well-articulated, well-thought-out takes. Nope. Fuck that. I'm here to make fun of shit. I'm here to laugh at shit. I'm here to just I'm just here to laugh while the world burns around me. That's essentially it. So that's what this channel is gonna be for. I'm gonna be just taking whatever I feel like talking about, and I'm gonna bring it on over here, and we're just gonna laugh at it and just, you know, try to make the best out of a weird time. You know what I'm saying? Another really big thing about this is that I have these talks with people around me very frequently, very often. And whether they agree or not, whether they disagree, it doesn't really matter. So I really thought to myself, like, why am I being so much of a bitch about it? Just fuck it. Just post your damn opinion. You know what I'm saying? So here I am. Whatever I post over here, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. It's gonna be I'm joking, I'm bullshitting, I'm playing with you. Or am I? Nah, I'm playing. But yo, fam, let's get into some madness, y'all. So I brought y'all here. I know you see the title of the video. I know you see the thumbnail. Cool. Black elves in Lord of the Rings. To my people, I'm gonna tell y'all, in my opinion, this is what I gotta tell y'all. Listen, check this out. This shit is different from everything else that we've seen. Black people in Lord of the Rings is weird. In my opinion, in this Lord of the Rings show, it's weird to me because they're not in the movies. This show is supposed to be a prequel. So if it's a prequel and then it leads into the Peter Jackson movies, do all the black people just dip? Do they say, all right, we out, y'all. We just finna go ahead and, you know, we gonna turn down here and we gonna get off this boat, you know. I'm gonna let y'all be great. Y'all have to worry about that Sauron dude. We just gonna, you know, we just here to get our rings and then dip on out. Nah, that kind of doesn't make any sense. So where do they go from there? This show's supposed to be, what, 1,000 years before the start of Lord of the Rings? So that's the first thing that don't make no sense to me. The second thing, the real reason, like the most glaring issue that I have with this show is that not only does it go against the source material, but I've never read Lord of the Rings. I ain't gonna front like I read Lord of the Rings. I ain't gonna pretend like I read Lord of the Rings. I barely watched the movies. The first time, the second time, I was like, okay, yeah, this shit is actually good. Fam, if all these fans, white, black, blue, green, Asian, orange, Mexican, black, Puerto Rican, everybody in their motherfucking mother says J.R.R. Tolkien is mad into the weeds with his show. He gives you the little finite details. He'll draw out shit. He'll do all this, that, and the third. Yo, you can't go against that, fam. It's the creator, dog. The creator made that. You know what I'm saying? Like that just don't make sense to me, in my little old opinion, me and my little patchy beard. Now, if all that don't make sense to me, cool. But when I look over here, and I look to the right, and I see shows like Vox Machina, Dragon Prince, you know, other more newer shows that came out more recent times. Let me at least try to sound like I know what I'm talking about. So these shows that have black kings, black elves, black dwarves, all this, that, and the third, I'm fine with that because that's somebody's original creation. That came out recently. They sat there and said, I want there to be this, that, and the third and that. I fucks with that. Cool. That makes sense to me. It don't make sense to me to go to this story that was made almost 100 years ago. Literally came out between 1954 and 1955, when the movies came out in 2001. It don't make sense to me to go and try to change that versus a show that came out in 2016? Hell yeah, man. You want to throw some black people on that bitch? Slap some black people on there. There you go. Go ahead. You know what? Slap some Asians too. Boom. Yeah, we might as well go ahead and get everybody up in there. That makes perfect sense to me. It doesn't really make sense to take Lord of the Rings that was made so long ago and then try to change it. Try to find like the little intricate details, and then you just try to like just slap some black tape on there, like some damn duct tape. I don't know, man. That just don't ride with me. It really doesn't. But I'm gonna let y'all be great if it rides for you. Another thing that I heard a bunch of other people say that really like rings true to me, that that makes me get to go and makes my mind think, is like, why is it that it's only like fantasy stories that's based off of European folklore? Like, come on now, let's throw some new shit on there. Let's do something just a little bit different, because we could take away from African folklore. You could take from Japanese folklore. It's all technically fantasy stories, ain't it? If you take away from like all these different folklores and then mythologies, add that shit on top of that, man, to me, that's all mythology. Now, on the other side of the table, I gotta put myself out there. I'm not the most informed on history. I ain't gonna pretend like I'm informed on history. I ain't gonna even act like I'm a scholar and I can do all these things, when it's literally, I'll give you a smooth 5-second Google search. Smooth 5 seconds. That's all I got. But I was watching Double Toasted. Double Toasted brought up a really good point. Big shout out to Corey over there, because he said it straight up that I never thought about black people being in Europe around the Middle Ages. Never thought about it. Never really cared to think about it too. The most I saw was like The Black Knight with Martin Lawrence, and I was like, oh, okay, this is fine. Look, or you'll see a TV show every here and there. What's the name of that movie? King Arthur, the new King Arthur. It was a black dude in that, and I was just like, okay, just over my head to the moon, because I don't really know too much about these things. When he mentioned that there were blacks in in Europe during the Middle Ages, it never dawned upon me that they did travel and they could have been there. I'm not a scholar. I'm not going to pretend to be a scholar. I'm not going to pretend to be a historian. I'm just here, y'all. I'm just here to laugh at shit. So I can't front like we weren't excluded from stuff. I can't front like we weren't just, swept away off into the sunset and to the midnight and whatnot. So that's probably where some of these things came from. I'm not going to pretend like I know these things. All I know is that it's a difference between black people in Lord of the Rings prequel versus black people in Vox Machina and Dragon Prince and fucking all these different shows. I would say The Witcher. I don't know how old The Witcher is. I don't know when The Witcher first came out. Apparently The Witcher started with the books, from what some of the fans are telling me. I thought it started from the games. So I can't even speak on that shit, because I ain't nowhere near informed to talk about that shit. But at the end of the day, to me, what I think would be a really, really, really good solution, in my opinion, just make original content. It's that simple. It's that simple, dog. Just make something original. You don't have to take a well-known name and then try to change it to fit any kind of agenda, to do anything with, to update or anything like that. Let that shit rest. It had its time. It's your time now. You create something original. You go do something great. Like that's what gets that's what gets me excited. That's what gets my energy up and moving. Especially when you see like new stuff. You can take influence from older things, from different regions or whatnot. Everybody loves praising Avatar: The Last Airbender. Guess what Avatar: The Last Airbender is based off of? Asian folklore. I'm about to say, it's based off of so much stuff. It's based off of Asian cultures and heritages and things. Like, yo, let it ride, fam. Let that shit ride. Damn, why are we making this more difficult than it need to be? But yo, fam, at the end of the day, I'm just here to watch the world burn. I can say it till I'm blue in the face. I can say it until, the cows come home. I want to put myself out there, because it is a huge difference. I ain't got no rap beef with seeing, a show where there's a black elf and he's catching bows and then throwing it back. Like, literally, if this show was not named Lord of the Rings, I know for a fact that there would still be a small minority of people who tripping over it. There'll be another sect minority that is just hating on it because it just doesn't look like that good of a show. Maybe the CGI looks bad to them. But at the end of the day, if you put it out there underneath its own creative, own original name, people are going to gravitate towards that because it's its own thing. Like, you can't hate on the dog. It's original. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm just here to watch the world burn. Y'all take it easy. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Peace.